Welcome to this conversation. I'm so glad to be speaking with you. How are you doing?
Thank you so much for having me. I'm good. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. So, tell us a little bit more about yourself. I know you. You are wonderful, but let people know what you do and how you go about your day.
So, my name is Devyaani. I'm a journalist and a digital media marketing specialist. I'm new in the country, so I'm exploring alternatives and opportunities, and I'm going about my day by uh, marking down all the requirements and the needs which I have to go about in the day. So, I get up in the morning, I have to look for jobs, I have to do my freelancing work. I'm also volunteering with the soup kitchen because I want to give back to the community.
That's so wonderful that you are in the process of job search. You're a newcomer to the country, but you're finding the time to volunteer, and that too with a soup kitchen. What could be more heartwarming than that? What a wonderful way to begin your journey. So, give us a little bit more insight about journalism. What were you doing in terms of journalism?
So I have worked in the print and the broadcast industry previously. I was working as an editor with one of the leading newspapers in India.
Mhm.
And when I came here, I started volunteering with a news channel. And that's how I'm going about it. I wanted to build my portfolio. I wanted my bylines. I wanted my name on certain productions. So that's how I go about it.
That's wonderful. And have you tried to upskill yourself to get a feel of the local industry apart from volunteering?
Definitely, now I feel is the time to self-analysis and to reflect on what you can work on. So I started doing a lot of online courses thanks to the Brampton and the Toronto Library. If anybody is a member there, you can avail free membership to the e-learning resources. So what I started doing was I started working on myself. I started doing more courses and I started updating my knowledge and I put more emphasis on what are the skills which are required for that particular job, which I can attain. Because if you would look at three different job postings, they would have most things in common. And that's where you are lacking if you're not getting the job opportunity. So now is the time for me to work on them. I was already working on them, but now I have enough time to complete my resources, to search, and to even network. And for networking, I am extensively going on LinkedIn. I'm contacting people from my industry. I've been getting in touch with them. I explored so many new ventures and avenues which are really helping me right now.
That's so wonderful to hear that you're using this time so diligently and in the most productive manner possible. Because, yeah, a lot of the times people can completely get diverted with the gloom around due to COVID-19. People, yeah, I was looking at online and there was so much noise about, oh, there's layoffs, there is no jobs. However, there are other people like you who are taking this time and utilizing it in more productive ways. So that was one of the major reasons I was like, I need to bring this information out of the covers so that other people can follow suit. Tell us a little bit about the bridging programs that you've completed. I know you've done wonderfully well on those.
So I feel the bridging programs are very important for all newcomers, and I highly recommend those because that helps you to build your network, also helps you to learn new skills. Because you need to, like, as an immigrant, we need to understand the fact that there is a change in the management and also in the workplace atmosphere. In order to get used to it, we need bridging programs. So I took one bridging program with ACCES Employment where we were taught a lot many things, and I'm taking another bridging program, which is going to start in May.
Mm-hmm.
So though that program is specifically for media and communications for professionals,
Mm-hmm.
so bridging programs has really helped me to open my eyes to the Canadian market, I would say.
That's
I have learned so much from the program I was in, and that's why to utilize my time, and I know that I need to learn a few more things, I have joined another program.
that makes so much sense that you took part of, from one program and now you've realized how you can enhance and bring your skills up to speed so that you are gainfully employed in this country, which is the purpose of being here in the first place. Well, tell me how did it help with you making new connections?
So a lot of time what happens in these bridging program is that they have connections with the industry. So, and they also hold speed mentoring events.
Mm-hmm.
So it's that, and apart from that, there's more productive work in terms of how you're applying for a job, and they have certain resources where they can help you in terms of building your resume, building your cover letter, your portfolio, and other things which are a major requirement in order to apply for a job here. So
Mm-hmm.
that's something which greatly helped me because I found resources and also networking opportunities where I met great people like you who
Oh,
always great help and who have such wonderful background in their respective fields. So that's really inspiring to it's inspiring to meet those people and to walk through their career path and to reflect on where you can work on yourself.
well, that's a valid point. When you meet people, you are able to gain insights into how do they, unfold their day and their professions and their careers, which really is helpful. I completely agree with you on that. The more you network, whether it's in person or now it's going to be online events, it really is a game changer. I know you yourself started an initiative. How about we get a little bit into that?
So I'm an advocate for mental health, and I started this group called Creativity Takes Courage. So it's a support group for people all over the world who are creative, anybody who's in the field of writing, cooking, designing, or anybody open. It's open to coding people, anybody from the IT field, anybody can join the group. It's free. We hold weekly Zoom calls and we talk about various things every week. So it's going really well. Anybody who wants to be a part of the group can add me on LinkedIn. I'm also creating a Eventbrite website. You can sign up there as well. So it's really helpful for people from all over the world who are getting together, who are sharing their stories. People want to be out of that monotony of everyday monotony, and they want to share their life, their stories, their struggles. We are just there for everyone who wants to share anything there.
How amazing is that? So wonderful. Would you happen to know any other acts of kindness that you have observed, somebody that you would want to give a shout out to?
Definitely. So one of the places I volunteer with, it's called Knight's Table. It's Brampton's food bank and also soup kitchen. They have been temporarily closed, but they are giving out meals to the homeless and the needy people. I really want to give a shout out to them. Anybody who wants to follow them on social media, do that. They are accepting donations in form of non-perishable food and financial donations. You can visit www.knightstable.org/donations. That's where you can donate. They're doing a wonderful job, and I've seen the mayor and the councillors and the MPs retweeting about them, and because I've been handling their social media and communications, so I know what wonderful job they've been doing, and they are continuing to doing in times of the crisis. So that's something which is very commendable, because I have observed that people here come together to help others, and that's the beauty of Canada. That's the beauty of my new home.
That's so amazing. I am so impressed. Like, look at you, a newcomer, and that, you are making sure that you are getting into the thin of you're reading between lines and making yourself a part of the fabric of the society. That's what the beauty of this place is, that it allows you, as long as you are willing to take that initiative, there is just no limit to the number of opportunities out there. Honestly, you are so inspiring to me that you've not been here long, but you are so well connected with this place. This is wonderful. Tell us a little bit about what would be your ideal role if you were to find one. What would that be? Because I really want to make sure that people who are listening to you get to understand how detailed you need to be in being able to identify the right roles for yourself.
Definitely. So one thing I learned through one of the bridging program was that we need to have goals in life, and we need that ambition, and we need to aim high, but we also have to be realistic in terms of having short term and long term goals. So my short term goal is definitely to have a gainful employment in my media sector, because I am very passionate about my profession and I do not want to switch. I understand when people come to me and say, oh, maybe you need to switch, or maybe you need to work in a different sector, but I tell them, you know what, I it took me some time to have a base for myself in forms of freelancing work and also volunteering work, where I could go around and tell them that, hey, this is what I'm doing. But once you're in it, and once you have set your heart towards one thing, you're definitely going to get it, and you're definitely going to do it. So I'm really hopeful towards the next bridging program I'm doing, because they also have a placement. And that's again one of the things I always emphasize to anybody who's a newcomer in the country, that bridging programs or any kind of certification is very important. A lot of people recommend that you go about and do another degree or another master's or something like that. But you need to realize the fact that if there's a certification which is industry specific, and a lot of people are getting employment through that, that's where you need to put your heart in.
That makes absolute sense.
Yes. I recently came across this tip where the job coach said, one of the job coaches I follow, she said, the best way to look into such opportunities is that you find the course and the university or the college on LinkedIn and see if the recent people who have completed the course are gainfully employed in their sector. And I did that because I was looking for a course, and I was, you do get the anxiety sometimes where you wonder what you're doing, where you're going wrong, or what's happening right now. But another thing, like, everybody needs to stay calm, and we understand and we realize the fact that it's a very hard time right now, but we can do it. We will come out of it. We are flattening the curve, and we are going about it. For everybody who's a newcomer, anybody struggling out there, you're free to join my group. You're free to reach out. I'm always up for conversations. Anything, like any kind of help you want from me, I'm always up for it.
That's so sweet. How have you been managing your own mental health? How do you put a structure to your own day?
So I have designed a routine for myself. I have these weekend planners where I write everything that I have to do in a day, and I write at least like 6 to 7 tasks, and I tell myself that I have to do 3 of them at least. So that's how I'm going about my day. Apart from that, I am listening to a lot of podcasts, a lot of inspirational stories, and that's really helping me to keep my calm and to go about my days and the life in times of the crisis.
That's wonderful, because the one thing that most people struggle with is, what do I do with my day now that I don't have that in-person meeting that was supposed to happen, or now that I'm not seeing as many opportunities or job postings? How do I keep myself occupied in general? So that's a wonderful tip, that you have a planner, you have structured it in a way where you are making sure, having a list of things to do. That's wonderful.
Definitely. Also, I would like to add that there's so much facilities and resources available online, from online zoo shows to entertainment shows to Cineplex giving out this movie options where you can buy and watch latest movies on your laptop. There's so many shows coming up, so many courses you can do online. So many software companies are giving up subscriptions for free for a month or two. So now is the time that you can do a lot many things, but at the convenience of your home. So we just need to step up and look for those resources in whatever field you are in or whatever interests you have. I recently came across a channel where this female, the chef, she was doing online bakery courses, and I was very intrigued and interested in that. So I learned how to make banana bread and all that stuff.
Ooh. Okay, that's okay. Mental note: banana bread has to be, has to be had.
Yes. Anything.
course.
Internet is such a wonderful platform to learn and to connect with so many new people. And I've been holding meetings regularly and also attending such Zoom meetings regularly. I always sign up for whenever I see there's a session or there's a meeting happening up in Zoom. So everybody can just, even if you're, I would say, slightly active on social media, you can find out that there are so many resources and so many people who are willing to connect.
That's so true. So you're doing amazing stuff out there and making the right connections and everything, and giving your time freely to so many volunteering initiatives. What if I was to ask you, if you could have one wish for yourself right now, what would that be?
I would want that I should be capable of giving back more to everybody. I want to be at such position where I am giving out more in terms of advice, help, or any kind of resource which people can benefit from. Because one thing I have been greatly benefited by people was that people were willing to help, they were willing to talk, and that was when I was at a very low point in terms of my profession here in Canada. Because obviously you're starting out as a newcomer and you don't know what to do, and I want to be at the same place, but I want to have enough so that I'm giving out enough. I want to have that much amount of flexibility and resources where I am able to help people fully.
That's such a wonderful thought, to be able to have enough to be able to share.
Yeah.
Wow, that's wonderful, Devyaani. You just never fail to amaze me.
You never fail to amaze me. It's the opposite.
Oh my God, that's now a mutual admiration club there. Tell me, what would be your one piece of advice for people who are immigrants like yourself, presently in the process of job search, transitioning? What is one thing that they can do to stay afloat?
So one thing is that everybody needs to work on their mental health for sure, because I've been speaking to a lot of people who are newcomers and I see them struggling with their mental health, which after sometimes turns towards, it has a direct impact on their physical health as well. Because whatever you're thinking, you're reflecting and you're giving it back to yourself. So I would say stop doing that. Don't overthink. Everybody is struggling. People are being laid off. Some people are also being laid off permanently. So don't worry about that. It's a hard time. Take it easy on yourself. Work on yourself. Learn new skills. Go about and network on LinkedIn or any other social media platform you prefer. So just take it easy on yourself. That's all I want to say.
That's wonderful. Great advice. I wish you the very best. I hope and pray, and I know, for that matter, I should say, I know that with the fire that you have in you, no height would be hard to achieve. It's just a matter of time.
Thank you so much.
Keep doing what you're doing. You are going to reach your goals with the commitment and dedication you have. Be well, and stay as amazing as you are.
Thank you so much. I feel the same way about you. Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you again.
Please make sure to like and subscribe and ring the notification bell to keep updated with all our videos. Thank you.